Lovely people, welcome to the Jaden Show. I'm Jaden Cornelius, your host, with the most wonderful people and guests. This week is no different. I'm going to Madrid in Spain to meet ThomasDave Music. You're going to meet Thomas and Dave very soon, but I think we should go and listen to one of their songs. This is called Crazy. You're going to love it. I know you love that song and you're probably still getting down with your bad self, but you're going to have to wait before you meet them because we're going to a Jaden Show commercial break. Hey guys, I wanted to take this opportunity to let you know about the Jaden Show commercial break starting now. This is amazing news because now every single week you have a couple of minutes to be able to advertise something you want to advertise. So if you have a business, if you have an event coming up, if you have a new album, art gallery, or anything you want to particularly advertise on a show, this is your chance to do it. March and April 2024, the advertisements are free, so please let me know. Get in touch to me on Jaden Cornelious at AOL.com. It will be wonderful to hear from you. If you are a charity or a charitable organization or a non-profit and you are advertising something with regards to that, then always your advertising is free. So let me know. You will need to send me between a 1 and 2 minute video around that time, if possible, something that you want to advertise, and I will fit it into this spot. Get on. I'll see you soon. Take care. Okay. I'm going to allow you to meet them now. Please welcome ThomasDave Music, the amazing Thomas and Dave. ThomasDave, or should I say Dave and Thomas, welcome to the Jaden Show. How are you both doing?
Great. Very excited about being on your show. Thank you for inviting us.
It's super lovely to meet you both. Loving your music. Crazy is probably
Thank you very much.
Actually. So I really am enjoying your music at the moment. So let's go back. So if Thomas could raise his hand and say hello.
Hi, I'm Thomas.
Which means you would be Dave.
Indeed, I'm Dave.
Now, you both don't seem to have Spanish accents. I'm not one to talk because I live in Mexico and am far from having a Mexican accent. But where are you from originally?
I was born in France, and Dave is British.
Yeah, I'm British. I'm from Norwich.
Norwich?
Yep.
Nice part of the world.
Very nice. Yeah. First 18 years of my life. So,
oh, really?
Yeah.
And then you just buggered off. You just had enough.
Well, I moved around the UK a bit, but Thomas always wanted to move abroad. We were living in Brighton. Actually, I wanted to live in Brighton. Thomas wanted to live in London, and it turned out Amsterdam was a good compromise. So it has all the charms of a small, sort of vibrant place like Brighton, and also the opportunities of a big city like London. So Amsterdam is very cool.
Absolutely, and beautiful scenery as well.
Indeed.
A little bit prettier than London, I feel.
Amsterdam is very beautiful.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So you've known each other since you were 18?
No, I was 21 when I met Dave.
Yeah, and I was 29. I'm sure, and he had a really strong French accent when I first met Thomas. And I remember asking him how old he was, and I'm sure he said 24.
I misunderstood. My English wasn't that great.
Yeah. That's true. Your English wasn't as good in those days.
I thought he was asking me to guess his age.
and smooth that would have been saying 24 when he was 29. I like that.
It was almost your 22nd birthday.
Yeah.
So about 6 weeks later, I found out, you're a little bit younger than I thought. So.
Well, it's obviously done all right as you're still hanging out and you're working together now and making amazing music. How long have you been making music together? I'm allowed to ask that.
I started learning about music around 2018. I think the first track we published was 2019, right?
Yeah, it was a couple of years before COVID.
Wow, so quite recent then, since you've been kind of releasing. Wow, yes. That's really surprising. I thought like you were kind of like pioneers of the gay pop scene, because your stuff sounds really seasoned and really like. So were you doing music before then, or is just ThomasDave the project since COVID?
Not doing music before. No, we started with ThomasDave.
Yeah, I'm really shocked at that. That's amazing.
Thank you.
Very talented young men. Look at that. Fantastic. So what was the idea? How did it all come about? Was just sitting around having a cheese sandwich and a cup of tea and thought, you know what? Let's make some great dance music.
At the time, I was producing computer games, and I never managed to finish them. and one of the components of computer games is music. So I started taking an interest in how to make music because I tried working with other people. I wasn't making enough progress. And then I thought, okay, let's try to make music myself. Let's try making music myself. And then I got Dave involved and asked him to sing. So together we started ThomasDave because I started really enjoying the process of writing music and producing it, publishing it. And it's very frustrating to make a computer game because it takes so long.
Imagine.
And music can be produced much faster. So that was much more satisfying to start and finish a whole track and then publish it.
Amazing, mate. And Dave, how long have you been singing for? How long has music been in your veins?
Oh, not so long. But yeah, I really love singing. I love music. I mean, I work in tech, and so this is a really nice side gig for me. I always say ThomasDave is mostly Thomas.
Okay.
But what was the expression? Every band needs a Dave.
Yes.
But you never know. It could be that little piece of input that you put in that makes the whole track.
Absolutely. I rely heavily on Dave's feedback. So whenever I write some music, I asked him multiple times over the course of the track, what do you think about this? Does it sound good? And you give me lots of advice on what you like and what you don't like. So it's definitely a result of us working together.
There's no I in team, kids.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
And there's no I in ThomasDave either.
No, true that. So taking you way back to your like mini Thomas and mini Dave, right? So you're hanging around in your respective family homes, getting down with your bad self in front of the mirror to what music? What were your influences growing up?
I like all the diva pop. So Madonna, Kylie, later Lady Gaga. I was a big fan of Mylène Farmer for many years. I remember cycling in the south of France on my little bicycle and listening to radio tapes of Mylène Farmer on a loop. It was amazing.
Wow, okay. You're showing your age now, dude.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say something even earlier, the Communards.
The Communards. There's more to love than boy meets girl. Oh, I love that. I've just started singing. Oh no, I sing a lot of mixed music now. I used to sing pop when I was younger, and then classical and opera as I grew up and became. I just couldn't be bothered to learn dance routines. I'm just a lazy ass. So I thought, right, if I do classical and opera looking like this, it'll be quite cool. But now I'm singing pop again. So I've just been listening to some Bronski beat, actually, Small Town Boy and stuff like that.
Oh, I love Bronski beat.
Yeah, that came after really Communards, cool, right? Bronski beat, was it before or after Communards? I can't remember.
That I don't remember. But
Jimmy Somerville.
One of those high-pitched songs is, it's still one of my favourites.
Can you sing high like that?
Definitely not. No.
Oh no,
I would love to, but it's not. Definitely, I'm not at that level by at all.
No, me too. I listened to Jimmy Somerville and like, rah, man, that boy can still hit some notes. Yeah.
I haven't heard him sort of perform in recent years, but he was phenomenal.
Yeah. Okay, so kind of Bronski beat, not Bronski beat, Communards. What else was you into back in the day?
Probably more British pop, UB40.
You should come to one of my shows. I seem to be probably singing your whole playlist.
Okay, cool. Well, I watched one or two songs on YouTube and I enjoyed them. So, but they were the Beyond ones. So
oh my gosh, they were my pop days. But no, now I'm singing kind of a lot of 80s and 90s covers as well. So yeah, my goodness, and lots of Kylie. I think it's quite interesting that I can seem to get a Mexican mariachi track and I just can't get you out of my head in the same set. I love it.
Amazing.
Very cool.
See, anything goes in Mexico. Mexico, that's what they say. So I'm very lucky. So you're both kind of very pop influenced guys back in the youth. Yeah. What would you remember the first albums you brought?
I think the first album I got was Karma Chameleon.
Culture Club.
Yeah, Culture Club, and that was actually a vinyl, and I was a tiny kid, and I absolutely loved that track. I had no idea about the background and what it meant, and I might have been a little bit confused as well. But I just love the music. I just played it on the loop when I was a kid.
Amazing, amazing. Dave, what about you?
I think it was the Jam.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
The town called Alice. I remember the Jam.
yeah,
The town called Alice. Alice was who the fuck is Alice? In
that was a great song. And I mean, there were lots and lots of great songs. Eastern Rifles is the one which the first one that comes to my mind.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so how do you feel that your kind of your history of your likes for music, do they play an important role in what you do now? Because your stuff is kind of, it's still kind of on your website it says, you know, queer pop, but it's quite EDM, quite, you know, little nice dark flavors in there as well. So do you think that your past history of your likes and dislikes have kind of contributed to the music that you're putting out now, or is it like a whole new vibe?
I think there's definitely an influence. I like listening to old tracks, and trying to find something in those in that music that I could try to recreate. So that's a big source of inspiration. What other people have created and published. So I try to listen and try to work out what is it that I really like about this music, and then I try to do that
in a Thomas Dave style.
Yeah, if there is such a thing.
I don't think
I think there is.
Well, I think there's quite a lot of sort of 90s gay pop coming through. But you know, Thomas jumps around in style quite a lot. You were saying, because you've had a teacher for a couple of years, you're for music production, and you know, the next track is very different from the last one.
So you're just kind of like eclectic in your ideas. You put out what you feel at that particular time, right?
I try different things. I think that I'm still looking for our sounds. I'm not quite sure what it is yet, so it's still an exploration. And definitely pop, but what kind of pop? Because pop is huge. There are lots of different styles of pop. So sometimes I quite like something darker. I'm working on several tracks at the moment for 2025, and some of them are really, really dark, and some are more bubble pop, you know, bubblegum pop. So, yeah, I don't know.
Amazing, absolutely amazing. So, what is going on for you guys now? What are you doing apart from you're working out on tracks for the next year? What's happening with this whole project at the moment?
I'm trying to be as regular as possible, because I think that over the course of a year, if we can manage to publish at least 1 month, then that's 12 opportunities to get better at producing music. Yeah. So I don't see Thomas Dave as a finished packaged product. It's still a work in progress. And from my point of view, we are still trying to work out what's our sound, how do we make music, how do we make better music. And being regular is very important to me, because if I produce just 1 or 2 songs per year, then that's only 2 chances to get better at making songs.
Absolutely. How has your music been received by the outside listening world? I love it, but what's the?
I'm so glad you like it. I'm really bad at marketing, and I don't really enjoy it. And you're very busy with all sorts of stuff, so we're not really doing any marketing. It's a little bit of a miracle that you found us. So I'm overjoyed that someone has heard us at least. But we haven't really done very much marketing.
Yes.
Small amount. We did a small amount on TikTok, but then we sort of lost the appetite. We started.
It's difficult, mate. It's really difficult.
And I have, this is very much a side gig. I have a full-time job. So I work in a very exciting open source software project. That's my main job. Yeah, we had a lot of fun I had a lot of fun last month. There was a conference in Amsterdam, so we made a special song for that, and that was very well received. Everyone was quite amazed because it was a very nerdy event. It was like something. Oh, this is really quite good. So that was very nice feedback.
So how are you going to get? I mean, because when you're having your regular life as well, and then like marketing is actually, you could probably employ 2 full-time people just to cover like 80-90% of social media marketing. It's just an intense amount of work to try and, and people, it just seems to be ever more impossible to get one person to go click on a subscribe or a like. That is the most difficult thing in the world, which is, as artists, the most important thing in the world. And so, so it's like a full-time job. And I get you as well, because, it takes sometimes all the way the joy and the beauty of the creation of the music and the excitement of the project, when you think, oh shit, I've got to sit in front of people begging them to listen to my bloody songs now. That's annoying. So
yeah, I have even given up trying to get my family to listen to all the tracks.
Really?
Yeah. Family's the hardest.
My family, if you're bloody watching, support your kin. What the fuck, dudes? Actually, I can't. Yeah, I don't think my brother has ever listened to anything that I've done ever in my life. He was listening to Guns N' Roses and Nirvana while I was still singing ABBA. So I think I was just music blasphemy for him constantly. And my mum, what's that?
So a little bit of the same, and he was very much into sort of like Motorhead and Iron Maiden, and I wanted sort of a little bit more sort of music and and rhythm and dance, and quite a lot of camper too.
The Motorhead. It's not easy. And then my mum, when I started doing classical and opera, and I was singing, like really beautiful, intense ballads in, different languages and stuff, Mum was like, "You're bloody depressing you. I'm not listening to that." I was like, "Oh, okay, sorry." So I don't really have much family support when it comes to my music, which is difficult because, you kind of want, it's a bit like the network marketing, like your Avon or your, like your, where you just want one person to pick it up and get 2 other people to listen and convince them to get 2 more people to listen, and then you have a fan base. But it just doesn't fucking work like that, does it?
It doesn't.
I have my own theory that if you carry on producing music for long enough, you will find your niche.
I kind of think build it and they will come. That's kind of like the old. I've been building for 33 years and still bloody waiting. But I still think I now do it because I enjoy doing it, not because I give a shit whether people like it.
I think that's the best attitude, and that's exactly my outlook as well. I make music with Dave because I like doing it, because it's fun. And when I think long term about what do I want to do with my time, with my free time, I don't want it to be watching the television or doing something passive. I want to do something active, hopefully get involved with other people in terms of collabs, making songs with other artists. I mean, that would be great. And so that's how I see it. I want to do something fun and interactive that can carry me through the rest of my life.
And it's, the expression of creativity for me, like I was a very shy kid. So the thought of ever becoming, I couldn't even get on a bus until I was 20 because I was too shy to walk on in front of people. So, the thought of ever being an artist could not have been further from my mind. But it was part of my spirit, part of who I was as a human. And if that creativity is not expressed, then it creates depression and stagnation and all these things. So to me, it's almost like as important as, I don't know, visiting your family, or because it's an outlet. It's a phenomenal therapy, which I think I've seen through COVID. A lot of the artists that really plowed into their music projects during COVID, because they would have gone fucking mad if they hadn't have done, to be fair.
Yes.
And it's just been like the most amazing therapy for them. And I just think it's, to be able to create and make music is magic, mate. And you just don't know who you're going to touch with that. That's the most but not, in a bit of a kind of twee, way. But it's the truth, that one lyric in that song or that one rhythm, that person's been depressed all week, but she's actually got off her ass and danced around the kitchen to your song. You can't even put a financial label on that. You're creating magic with people. So I think it's amazing what you're doing. What about the future plans? Obviously you're going to continue pumping out good tunes, but how do you see this progressing forward?
To be honest, I don't have a specific plan besides continuing to be regular. So for me, that's the most important. And along the way, hopefully, other people will take an interest and want to work with us. That'll be great. But mostly, that's it. There's no grand plan of in a year we need to achieve this, or in 2 years we need that. We don't have any such plan. It really is each month one track, and that's it. I'm trying to not fail to deliver one track per month.
No, that's amazing, man. I want to collaborate with you. So if you ever want a short, fat British tattooed boy that lives in Mexico,
well, definitely,
I can rock out a tune. Don't just about. So
that would be excellent. I'm definitely up for that.
We'll talk after the show about how we can do this. I'm a little bit because I'm getting on a little bit now in years. I've only just discovered in the last 15 years that the way you turn the laptop off is not allowing the battery to drain. You can actually go to a shutdown bit. So me and technical stuff is not great, but I'm sure I can find a producer that we can do a bit of remote stuff together. That would be bloody amazing.
Also,
very cool.
That would be fantastic.
So you're living in Madrid now?
Yes.
Yep.
Why Madrid out of all the places?
Well, initially we were in Barcelona, but I've got asthma, and the climate in Barcelona is really bad for me because it's so humid, and I needed to live somewhere more dry. And we consulted with our doctor, and he said you could go to Zaragoza or Madrid, and we chose Madrid because it's bigger and there are more opportunities. There's more work here, so that's why we are in Madrid.
Amazing. Are you releasing stuff in Spanish as well?
I'm planning to. So for December 2025, I know that's far away. I want to release a Christmas Spanish song.
Okay, qué bueno.
A Christmas song in Spanish.
Amazing. Do you speak Spanish, you guys?
I'm learning, so I'm going to school to improve my Spanish. Monday to Thursday, I have a course at the local official school of languages. It's organized by the government. And I'm learning Spanish.
And Dave?
Yeah, I'm not so great at Spanish, unfortunately. So I am trying, but I'm not a natural linguist. So Thomas is French and speaks very good Italian and English and Dutch. And
yeah, there's a lot of similarities between those languages as well, I've found. So I struggle with English. I'm from London. So, it's kind of my Spanish. Pero yo puedo hablar en español un poco. Suficiente para todos mis días aquí. I can kind of get. I was living in the Caribbean side, just south of Cancun for a while, but it wasn't the place. I'm not a tropical boy on any level of existence. Like, it was lovely if you want a 10-day holiday, stunningly beautiful, but to live, a nightmare. So now I'm living in the other side of the country in south, in a state called Chiapas, which is just above Guatemala. But I'm living almost 2,000 meters above sea level, so I'm in the mountains, hence the reason why I lose electric quite a bit. And the clouds are going up now, so it's just gone thick blanket fog out the window. But it's beautiful. It's like really nice warm days, cold nights, but dry because I've got asthma as well. And my health here is so much different to how it was when I was in the Caribbean in that humidity. Unbelievable.
I loved living by the beach, but it really didn't work for Thomas.
Yeah, so it was a big sacrifice to leave Barcelona because they really loved Barcelona.
I was having a lot of fun in Barcelona, and which is very nice, but it's like, I miss the beach.
Same country, you could just pop on down.
I did go back quite often.
Yes,
I went back last month, and I'm going twice in November. So.
Oh my God! Okay, then it's hardly away. Right. Have you got a swimming pool? Have you got a swimming pool in your back garden?
Well, we live in a communal place with a very nice swimming pool, so that's one.
Okay, so you can get in water. See, Lovely. You'll never get that in Brighton.
No, and it wouldn't be the right weather for like.
No, true that. Yeah, I don't think. I'm not sure after living 8 years in the Caribbean side of Mexico that I could ever go back and see Brighton and all that with the same eyes ever again.
Yeah, I would have gone back to Brighton, I think, but like with Thomas's asthma, we just said, it's going to be like Thomas loves Madrid. Like it's because it's what you said. It's like it's this is only 600 meters, but it's slightly in the mountains. It's very dry.
Yeah, I've been horse riding in the mountains in Madrid. It was stunningly beautiful in Madrid. I really liked Madrid, actually. I think if I had to choose out of Barcelona and Madrid, it probably would have been Madrid as well, or Valencia.
Well, with the allergy, if you've got any allergies, Madrid, Barcelona is a real pain. And lots of people, it was like I started asking around, and lots of people said, "I've never had problems before," but if you live in that warm, humid climate, I don't have any problems with it. But lots of people do start suffering. So it is a bit of a warm and humid as it can be a problem for some people.
Yeah, so I'll never do tropical again. But I like nice. Give me a nice 28-degree day, up to 30 at a push. Perfect. Dry heat, love it. But yeah, I'd like a bit of chilly as well, to be fair. I'm pure London boy. You can take the boy out of London, but you can't take London out of the boy. That's how the saying goes, right?
I like London very much. I lived there for 3 years.
Yeah, I like it. It's kind of... I always had this romance in my head about returning and kind of living, my best life back then. I spent nearly a decade in Mexico. But then I kind of speak to people there and they're like, the London you left, nearly 10 years ago would not be the London you're returning to, or even the England you're returning to now. So I'm actually going back in a few weeks' time because I have a family member that's quite sick, but I haven't been back for 5 year, and I'm kind of excited on some level to put to bed the fantasy of England for me. I want to be there and think, bloody, I really miss the mountains. I just can't wait to get back to Mexico. This is kind of my plan, because everyone said it's just going to shit now. The government and all.
I heard that as well. We left England in 2010.
Yeah, 2010.
Yeah, so we left England in 2010, and we spent 12 years in the Netherlands, and now about 2 years in Spain.
Okay, but you're loving Spain at the moment, yeah?
Oh yeah. I don't want to go anywhere else. I really love Madrid. It's just perfect for me. And
absolutely. I mean, a slight false start with Barcelona, which I liked a lot, but didn't work out for health reasons for Thomas. But now we're really settling into Madrid. And no real plans to go back to the UK. I mean, I go back like once or twice a year for family, but it's a lot closer.
I was thinking like the same distance from Mexico City to Cancun is pretty much the same distance from London to Barcelona. So I can't now. When I was like young, I was like, if I'm saving money and traveling, I'm going far away, because Europe is literally on my doorstep and I can go there whenever I want cheaply. But now I live here, I'm thinking, shit, man, it's so expensive to get back. Now Europe is far away, and I've been to all like Colombia and India and all these different places, and I've missed so much of Europe because I never went there when I was living there, because I never expected to live anywhere else. That was a shock for me as well. But yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. But I might, if I could live in Spain tomorrow, I would probably go.
Lots of people are moving. Spain is really picking up at the moment, so that's really it's a nice feeling. I don't really know too much what's going on in the UK, but the mood music is like very depressed.
I'm hearing many bad reports. Well, maybe one day I'll be a neighbour up the mountains, because I do like being up a mountain.
Cool.
I think I'm channeling my inner Heidi. I think that's what it is.
I love the live music in Madrid.
What's that?
I like the live music in Madrid. Some really cool bars.
It's a good music scene, right?
Yeah, definitely. When it comes to live music, what I really like is typically a smaller venue, sort of somewhere between 50 to a few hundred people. Nice band, nice atmosphere.
Yeah, a bit more intimate.
Quite a bit of that in Madrid.
Have you pushed your music out to the Madridians yet? Have you got any little? Are you considering doing live stuff, or is it all going to be kind of internet based?
It's all internet based because I use a vocal database to produce the vocals. So there's a company in Japan, based in Tokyo, that has published vocal databases, and I can write the notes and the lyrics, and then the VST, the software, will produce the vocals.
You
Yes,
don't need singers then. You got that.
I used to sing, but now it's all.
It's AI shit, mate. You want to have words with your business partner about that.
Yeah. Sorry.
You want to have words with your business partner about that.
Well, I mean, I think the key thing is let's just produce the songs, and it was one of the. I mean, when we were singing, one of the problems is like just recording and getting a good clean recording is a lot of work. So while it was fun, the speed really is the speed, and just being able to just do everything without using a full professional music studio is a big win.
Nice. I think your stuff is coming out amazing. So whatever you're doing is definitely work. But if you want a real human on one of your tracks, and Dave don't get upset because you're not using him for it, then just give me a holler.
I'm very happy working with real people as opposed to just software, and I think that the quality that a singer can come up with is so much better because you have much more texture, much more variety.
Absolutely.
You get feelings, you can hear the intention behind the vocals, which is really hard to reproduce with a piece of software. On the other hand, the piece of software does exactly what I tell it to do.
Absolutely. There's no divas in it.
Quicker.
There's no, I need Evian, darling, before I start. It's nothing like that.
Yes.
It's perfect. But do you know what? I've got to be honest, I listened to a lot of your music and I had no idea they were generated vocals.
It's the recent tracks that are generated because I've also used the sampled vocals. So some of the tracks are sampled vocals, some are Dave, and some are the most recent ones. They are from the Tokyo vocal database.
Yeah, I had no idea. I thought they were all live singers.
Mm.
So it sounded really cool. I'm really loving what you're doing. So where can people find you? Because obviously now they are chomping at the bit. Now they've finished their cheese and pickle sandwich and they want to find you on social media. Where are you, kids?
I think the best place to find us is ThomasDave Music on Instagram. I'm going to try to convince Dave to be more active on it.
I mean,
come on, Dave. You're not singing now. You've got bloody time on your hands.
Yes and no. I listen to mostly on Spotify. It's. I think it's distributed to lots of other music channels too. So iTunes and others. But thomasdave.eu is the website. Instagram. But I think the best place is, Spotify.
Perfect.
That's my favorite. But there are other, lots of other music channels that's on. So.
Because you're on Bandcamp as well, right?
Yes, it's also on Bandcamp. Yeah.
I've been doing my research. Right. Well, kids at home, you've met them, you love them. I now know that you want to go and find them on all their social media and download music and streaming platforms. So go and sort it out before you press shut down on this computer. Thomas and Dave and Thomas, thank you so much for being part of my show. I really, really appreciate you taking the time. And it's been wonderful to meet you. And I'm looking forward to a 2025 collaboration.
Excellent.
It was a lot of fun.
¿En English o español? No tengo problemas con los dos.
Okay.
Oh, muy bien, me gusta.
Sí, claro, sí, tú puedes usarme también en tus canciones de español.
Yeah.
So cool. Okay, mate. Guys, thank you so much. Have a really, really, really wonderful week, and we will catch up again soon.
You too. Thank you.
Hasta luego. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
How lovely are they? And I know we all wish them the best of luck and love on their musical journey. They're churning out some great stuff now. I'm even more excited to see what the future brings. Thank you so much, you wonderful people at home, for joining me again on this wonderful Sunday. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have. And maybe they have as well. Who knows, eh? Hope you come back next Sunday for another wonderful Jaden show. Please don't forget to subscribe. Please don't forget to share, to like, to comment, and to tell all your friends about the show as well. And also remember to go and follow Thomas Dave Music on their social media links. And don't forget, you can find them on all major download and streaming platforms, as well as Bandcamp. So go and check us all out. That's your homework for this next week. I hope you have a wonderful new week. I hope it's a blessed one for you. I will see you next Sunday on the Jaden Show. I'm going to leave you with another track by Thomas Dave. This is called I Feel It Tonight. I'm sure we will. See you next week. Stay beautiful. Bye-bye.